Hello everybody and welcome back to F1 22 with me, Dan, and the BMW Sloth Tech team. We've got a lot of changes, one of them being that livery for this season. Also some other news, F1 23 has been announced since I finished recording the final video of Season 3, which means there's going to have to be some changes to the upload schedule, because I think if we continue at 2 races per week, we're going to miss F1 23 by about 3 to 4 weeks, which isn't ideal. So this video will be followed up tomorrow by the next race in the season, and then the regular upload on Thursday. That will continue 3 races per week for the next 5 weeks, and then on the Monday, the week F1 23 is released, I'll be doing another race. Then that will be the finale, followed by the following day, F1 23. Races 1 to 4 going up to the end of that week. So you're going to have 5 days in a row of F1 to get through, and that gives me a little bit of time to work on something for the season finale as well, which is always nice. So yes, season 4, we've had some changes to our teammate as well. We'll find out all about that in just a moment as we work our way through the 2 practice sessions, because it is of course Bahrain. We don't get to do all 3 of them for the first race of the season. But with those failures there, do we get it again on the next try? No, we don't. It's off to the intro. Right then, it's down for the first race then of Season 4. And yeah, as I mentioned, changes to our teammate. Carlos Sainz has moved. We'll see where he's gone to in a moment. We've had Lewis Hamilton retiring from F1 as well, which means we've got a new rookie joining the field for this season. So don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you know when the next races are uploaded, and you get to follow the final story of F1 22 on the channel. And it's off to the starting grid now, and we'll find out who's on pole position. It's our new teammate, Lando Norris. He lines up alongside Max Verstappen on the front row of the grid. Behind them, we will have the following: Sergio Perez and Charles Leclerc, Fernando Alonso and Carlos Sainz. There we are in P7 alongside George Russell, and rounding out the top 10, it's Stroll and Ocon. Liam Lawson is our new rookie alongside Yuki Tsunoda, followed by Pierre Gasly and Kevin Magnussen. Alex Albon and then Robert Schwartzman at McLaren now, Théo Pourchaire and Oscar Piastri, Dan Tickton and Mick Schumacher, and finally it's Nicholas Latifi and Zhou Guanyu. So yes, some driver changes as well with the absence of Lando Norris at McLaren. We've adopted Robert Schwartzman into the McLaren team for the second time ever that I've seen that happen. Of course, previously he was at McLaren on F1 21. He was Nick's teammate in the Cup career. There's Liam Lawson about to start his first race of the season. Shame he's not in a slightly better car. Talking of better cars, there's ours, and we've got full commitment with the BMW helmet. Right then, it's time for 5 red lights to get underway with Season 4, the final season, and away we go. 2 Red Bulls will chase down our teammate into Turn 1. We're actually under attack from Lance Stroll already. George Russell also gets past us, but down into Turn 1 we go. Where are we going to finish up? We've actually been overtaken by Lance Stroll into Turn 1. We've got Liam Lawson. No, not quite making a move there. Not like dancing. The massive almost accident there, as we've got Charles Leclerc, Alonso, George Russell and Stroll all kind of just going a bit slow there. Oh, there's Carlos Sainz, our former teammate, side by side with him through Turn 4. And then into the S's we go, pulling ahead of Sainz. Nice and easily there. Up ahead, it looks as though Max Verstappen has taken the lead of the Grand Prix from our teammate. I wonder how long that will last for. Meanwhile, we are following the new McLaren livery of Fernando Alonso. We've gone back to the orange and blue, and look down in the description for the links to all of the liveries if you're interested in them. As we rejoin on lap 4, we've got DRS and Alonso not really helping us here down the main straight. On the brakes we go into Turn 1. Nothing happening so far. We've still got Sainz behind us, but he's dropped back quite significantly now, so he'll be under attack from Lance Stroll. As we go up the hill, going up the inside of Alonso, we're going to make possibly some contact there. I'm not really too sure, but we get past the McLaren, which it's taken me about 5 races of Season 4 to realise is actually the Mercedes car model only in orange. I didn't even notice that that was a thing until today, actually, when I was racing in Miami. And here we go on George Russell now, next car to fall. Charles Leclerc actually up ahead on the medium tyre at the start of this race, but doing quite well nonetheless. Russell, no DRS. We go to the left. Russell moves to the left also, but that's not allowed. And into the braking zone we go. Round the outside of the Mercedes, up the inside at the kink, and there we go. Russell, of course, choosing not to destroy both of our cars there. We rejoin on lap 5. We're coming in. Russell also follows us into the pit lane. And then looks like to be an Alpine as well back there. Following suit. Not too busy just yet as we come into the pit. But we've got a safety car out. For an unknown reason, there is the spot where it should be. And there it is, driving up the road. Something has gone down on track whilst we were in the middle of our pit stop. Let's have a look. This is Verstappen leading the race. And he's just bottled it right there in turn 1, and presumably is still parked there on the exit of the corner. So we'll rejoin on lap 8. Lap 9, I guess, will be the first lap without the safety car. And we've got Oscar Piastri on the soft tyre, still running in 3rd right now. That could prove to be interesting as we try to move out of the slipstream of Sergio Perez as we come on the attack down into turn 1. We've got Charles Leclerc defended from Norris into turn 1. We lock up into the side of... Oh my God, that was so close into the side of Sergio Perez. I'm nearly running out of oxygen there as we actually sweep round the outside of him and get P4 away from the Red Bull Porsche. Running the hard tyre, which is probably not the greatest idea. There's a move going on in the background between Kevin Magnussen and I think Yuki Tsunoda. This is Norris getting past Charles Leclerc. Nicely done there for him. This might actually be a good result for us in our first race. We'll rejoin here following Piastri, who is probably wishing that Haas brought him into the pits already because he's out there on the soft tyre. He's done 9 laps on them. The other drivers, though, let's see, Leclerc on the medium. I think Norris is on the medium as well. We're on the medium. Alonso on the medium. So Perez, the odd one out here. Who knows why Red Bull decided to put him on that strategy, but hey ho, they've done it. And we'll follow Piastri around into Sector 3. Presumably he'll be coming into the pits, but we want to try and clear him as quickly as possible. We don't need to stay behind him to get DRS because that's not on yet. We're going to make a move down into the final corner on the brakes. Nearly crashed. No, I think we did crash into the side of him very slightly there. Alonso gets past Perez into the final corner as well. They're going to have a drag race down towards turn 1. We'll watch them as well. Look at them side by side now. Sergio Perez just about ahead at the apex as we come into turn 1. Oh, and Sergio Perez has spun us round. Unbelievable stuff from the Mexican. We look on board now, and we're going to hit Stroll whilst trying to get going. We've got a penalty coming. There it is. And another safety car. We've somehow managed to overtake Stroll illegally there, and the safety car will be making its return again. This is on board with Perez. He gets a great run on Fernando Alonso's orange Mercedes. Down we go into turn 1, just careers into the back of us and shunts us round, drives away like there's nothing wrong whatsoever. Sergio Perez, unbelievable stuff, and just verification here from the cockpit of Fernando Alonso. Yes, there is Perez just continuing to push. Alonso decides he's not going to continue the race either. This is Yuki Tsunoda, and that is Yuki Tsunoda's race over as he gets sandwiched between whoever was behind him and that Haas. So 2 non-finishes then. Max Verstappen apparently DNF'd from that spin earlier on, and Yuki Tsunoda, who we just saw wipe out his front left wheel. We're going to go for a move now at the restart into turn 1 on Stroll. There's going to be no DRS, so we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. Massive lock up there into turn 1 as we try and get past Stroll for the second time this race. He stayed ahead of us just about. Look at Robert Schwartzman all the way up into 8th now. Really benefiting from the safety car, I think, there. and everyone else who came in for new front wings. As we stick behind Lance Stroll still, both of us have a penalty, so this could go very badly for us if we don't get a shift on here. Alonso could really cause some problems for us by not moving fast enough. But we're going to cause some problems for ourselves if we don't get these corner exits absolutely nailed. We're still warming the tyres up, mind, which is not going to be helping at all. Carlos Sainz watches on gleefully, having left our team at the end of last season. He wasn't a fan of us, and well, we couldn't get any other teammates for the usual reasons. They didn't like the marketing department, they didn't like this, they didn't like that. It was always the strangest things. Fernando Alonso didn't want to race for us. Charles Leclerc, of course, with the marketing issue. Norris was the only one that took us up on our offer. And a good thing too, because we would have been without a driver had he not said yes. Talking of yes, we will get past Lance Stroll on this attempt. At least I really hope we do. Down into turn one, we've got George Russell making a move on Fernando Alonso. Stroll locks up into turn one. That is a position gained, and the lockup has caused him to slow down the rest of the pack behind us, which is hopefully going to put us into the top 10 still by the end of this lap. Alonso going for a move on Russell now, trying to get... Yes, he does get the position off him. And now we're going to have a look at the inside of Russell into the S's we go and just about get past. Of course, he's going to get that position back in less than a lap's time, but we want to try and get as far as we can away from him as we possibly can. Hopefully, Stroll decides to just blow up George Russell partway around this lap and cause a massive traffic jam. And then, of course, we will stick in P4, but the chances of that happening at the moment are pretty slim. As we come through, enter the DRS streak, which we didn't get to exploit on this occasion. Up to the top of the hill, round the right-hander we go, and then the descent back down. Norris with an enormous lead after just 2 laps. Puts him 2 seconds ahead. But, of course, remember, Sergio Perez was on the hard tyre, which will probably explain that. Fernando Alonso battling away with George Russell. So we're going to come across the line at P4 initially, but looking down at the steering wheel, we will, of course, pick up 1 point as we finish P10 there. Russell just flies past everybody, causing chaos. And Oscar Piastri picks up driver of the day, probably for running in third earlier on. There's Lando Norris, our new teammate and race winner. Both him and Alonso denied several drivers' championships after, well, just some bad luck in most cases. Maybe he could win it this time, who knows? And talking of Alonso, there he is on the podium as well, celebrated with his former teammate and, of course, Sergio Perez, who famously cheated and shoved it out of the way, gets to taste the champagne that was destined for us at the end of this race. Let's get these results going. And here we are with the final results. Lando Norris picks up an impressive fastest lap as well there in the end of the first race of the season, ahead of Sergio Perez, Fernando Alonso, George Russell, Carlos Sainz, Robert Schwartzman, Liam Lawson, Esteban Ocon, Charles Leclerc, and then we round out the top 10 with our 5-second penalty. Nicholas Latifi up to 11th at the end of the first race. So over to the driver's standings, of course, the results are pretty much exactly the same as you just saw across the field. Further down the order, though, we have Nicholas Latifi, Lance Stroll, Joe Granu, Kevin Magnussen, Teo Pourchaire, Oscar Piastri, Pierre Gasly, Alex Albon, Dan Tickton, Mick Schumacher, Max Verstappen, and Yuki Tsunoda. And over to the Constructors' Championship, BMW sit just 4 points ahead of McLaren in second. Back to third place, we have Red Bull and Mercedes. Then Ferrari, Alpine, Williams, Aston Martin, Haas, Audi, and AlphaTauri. That's all for now. We'll catch you for the next race in Saudi Arabia.